Hey everybody, today's words to live by are: overthinking is the art of creating problems that aren't even there yet. And those words were put together by me. And breaking news, 99% of what you're stressed about doesn't exist yet. It's true. So it's not meant to diminish your concerns or things you're wrestling with or the problems that are very real in your life. We all have them. My point is that overthinking creates more problems and it fails to solve the current ones. So I say this as a recovered overthinker, formerly type A personality, probably to the max. So the question has been for me, especially in my 30s and 40s, is how do you break the mental loops that actually cause more problems seemingly out of thin air sometimes? And I've taken a much more spiritual approach, and I've sort of let go and let God. And that's a line from the recovery movement that I think is appropriate for this overthinking thing that a lot of us wrestle with. So I've cut off basically the source of any self doubts that had me inventing scenarios and all kinds of what if scenarios and things that are completely would have gotten me off track, and sort of centering me on what's real and what my intentions are to the good. And one of my favorite solutions is actually the worst case versus best case scenario example. And it's basically this: when you use your best case scenario when you're approaching a certain decision, you can say firmly, this is the best case that I want and intend to have play out, and then you sort of let it go. And we've all used the opposite of that, where you're approaching a decision or a situation and you're saying, well, worst case scenario, I'll deal with that. But when that enters your mind, you end up overthinking, because then it causes panic and it causes anxiety over this worst case scenario that you're inventing. And so the loop just sort of continues. So you use the best case and you're sort of centering your approach on what you intend, what the desired outcome can be, and then you can let it go a lot more easy and you don't have to like overthink it all the time. And so I have seen this work not only for myself, I've been practicing it now for definitely mindfully for about 8 or 9 years, but I've also worked with a lot of people and sort of recommended this little exercise that can start in a simple way, in a simple decision, right? But then you sort of expand it into much bigger things in your life where you ordinarily would have taken a mindset of like, what's the worst case scenario that I can live with versus what's the best case scenario that I can just set and forget about and let go. And so it sort of stops the overthinking in its tracks, is what I've found. And the feedback I've gotten from other people that I've suggested this to has been the same. It's kind of like, wow, it cleared my mind, and then it actually ended up working. Like my best case scenarios played out. And it's really cool to see when it happens for other people. And it certainly, when it happens to you, you're kind of like, this is definitely the way to go. So the takeaway: the more you think, the bigger something gets. And that's good for some things that you want to have grow. But most of the time, it just creates problems that were never there. So I hope you found this reflection helpful. And if you did, please like and or subscribe. And I will see you all again soon.